Hello! Thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. And today, where am I? I'm not quite in Pigeon Forge. I'm just on the outskirts of Sevierville, the newer part of Sevierville. And I'm going to give you some great information, some great news that I think you are going to enjoy right after this. Now, just like I promised you, I'm going to give you some information you are going to enjoy, and I'm going to be able to take off some of the aggravation of coming into this area during season, because as you know, season is very crowded. There's a lot of traffic, and you want to go out to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you don't want to be waiting on a line for, well, as little as 30 minutes, but as much as 2 hours. Now, I don't think you want to stand online for 2 hours. So I have some solutions to that, especially if you have a family. You don't want the family getting agitated, and you don't want to get agitated. I'm going to show you some places that are just outside Pigeon Forge by maybe a mile, maybe not even a mile. But I'm going to show you where you can go and eat great food and not have to deal with the craziness that's inside Pigeon Forge. Now, if you want to stop, we'll get to breakfast, but right now I happen to be where you can get great burgers and great steaks, great chicken, all sorts of good food. And it's right here in Sevierville, but just off the beaten track, and you're going to love it. It's right here. Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse, you know the name. They've been around. They're a chain. You can always trust them to make sure that you're going to have a good meal. Whether it's a burger, steak, or chicken, Texas Roadhouse is a great place to go. Texas Roadhouse. I can recommend it for sure. Now, this Texas Roadhouse is located right on Collier Boulevard. Now, if you look right straight ahead, that is Parkway right there, or 66, but they call it Parkway at this point, but that's 66. You would have come in from there on 40, you would be heading that way to Pigeon Forge. Now, the closer you get to Pigeon Forge, the more the traffic is. And I'm talking, there's traffic right now. You can see quite a ways away, a lot of traffic, and this is early in the morning. Another place to go right next door to Texas Roadhouse is Fuddruckers, world famous burgers. Now, they do make good burgers here. I've had them before, not bad. Steaks are okay, but their burgers, not bad at all. I could say, yeah, you want to bring the family? Fuddruckers is definitely a place to come and get yourself a good meal. Fuddruckers, right on Collier, right next to Texas Roadhouse. Now, if neither one of those places are to your liking, which they should be, but you have that option. Another place to go, which is right across the street from Texas Roadhouse and Fuddruckers, is Applebee's. That's right, you can go to Applebee's. Pretty much, they've been around a long time. You can trust that they're going to give you good burgers and chicken fingers and things like that. They make good burgers, and of course they got drinks there and shakes and all the things that you might want. So you've got those three options right here on Collier Boulevard. Collier Boulevard is once again right here. And now, if you happen to like wings and burgers and chicken, which pretty much this whole video is going to be about. Another good place to go, especially for their wings. They do have some really nice wings, is Quaker Steak and Lube, right there. Now, if you want to reference where I am right now, this is the main intersection. I got to get myself in the camera. I got to get myself in the frame here. If you want to know where this is, your reference is Walmart is right there. This is Parkway or 66. This is Collier. There's the sign. Let me move this a little bit better so you can see it. There's Collier right there. You make a left there, that'll take you to Texas Roadhouse, Fuddruckers, Applebee's, and Wyndham. If you go that way, you're going to go right into Pigeon Forge. And notice, they've got Panda Express. One of my favorite burger places over there is Steak and Shake. Olive Garden is just past that, Red Lobster, and so much more. There's so much more, and I'm going to show you as much as I can. But there is Walmart. If you need to stop off and get some things, Walmart is right there at this main intersection of 66 and Collier. Remember, the reason that I'm doing this video is so that you have a great experience here. Marie and I want you to have a really good time when you come to the Smoky Mountains. And I know sometimes it could be very frustrating. The traffic is always like #1 on people's minds of how are we going to get around and not waste our time in traffic. It's very difficult unless you follow our shortcuts. Now, you go to those shortcuts and you will get in and around Pigeon Forge and Sevierville and Gatlinburg a lot quicker than if you took the main roads. Everybody's going to take the main roads, and I suggest you don't. I suggest if you want to see them once, get good and aggravated, and then you need to go take a nap or whatever, have some milk, take a nap. Then you're going to go, I should have listened to Jeff. Take the shortcuts. You'll save yourself a heck of a lot of time and a lot of aggravation. And I enjoy showing you I smell steak in the air right now. I'm watering there, mouth is watering. I smell steak in the air and chicken from over here behind me. Quaker Steak and Lube and TGI Fridays right across the street. Did I show you that? Oh, I probably didn't show you that. I got to show you that. But I can't show you that because there's a trolley in the way. There is a trolley. There is the Fun Time trolley right there in front of me. Another great way to get around Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, and Gatlinburg. Now, you go to Gatlinburg, you have to use their version of Fun Time trolley, but for the most part, the Fun Time trolley goes all the way into Sevierville and all the way through Pigeon Forge. You do it for just a few bucks, and you don't have to do the driving. And of course, you got to wait in traffic, but at least you won't get aggravated and worry about getting in an accident or anything. But if you look straight behind the Fun Time trolley, that's TGI Fridays. Another great place to go and eat. There's lots of places to go and eat before you get to Pigeon Forge, which is just a couple of lights that way. So I'm saving you a lot of time, a lot of aggravation. You could still eat these great places and not have to wait online for an ungodly amount of time. Now, here is a place, just as you're leaving Sevierville, if you're coming in, you've been on the road a long time, and you're wondering, oh man, I'm tired and I'm hungry and I really could use something to eat and a cup of coffee. Come here. Flapjacks. Great place to go. Flapjacks Pancake Cabin. It's a nice place. They got good food there. It's never really overcrowded. Now, of course, on Saturdays and Sundays, there's crowds everywhere, but this is a great place to go. It's in between, it's outside the proper of Sevierville, but it's right before you get to Pigeon Forge. Here's 66, and that right there is heading into Pigeon Forge. Now that's still Sevierville up till you get to that curve, and that's when you cross over the bridge and you're in Pigeon Forge. So you're really not far from it at all. And if you happen to need a hotel, there's the Sleep Inn right there. It's brand new. And if the Sleep Inn is not what you'd like, Mountain Air Inn is a very nice place. It says right there on the sign, and I have many people that tell me they go there every year for the rod run. Older than some, cleaner than most. And it is a nice place. It's a mom and pop business. They keep a nice, tidy place. It's not the newest and the best or the most modern, but it's clean, and it's got a pool, and it's right there, right outside Pigeon Forge. Like I was saying, right outside Pigeon Forge where that truck went by. Okay, what am I going to show you next? How would you like to eat where Dolly eats? That's right, Dolly Parton eats right here at the Frank Allen Grill. The Frank Allen Grill, since 1953, this is where Dolly Parton grew up and came to eat right here at this place. Now what you'll find is good burgers, not bad. Good hot dogs. They got a really good hot dog with coleslaw on it. Very good. Very clean little cafe inside there. And yeah, it's the Marathon gas station, but one half of it is the little restaurant. It's a cute little restaurant. I recommend going in there. I've never had a bad hamburger there or hot dog. It's good. Nothing fancy, but if you're hungry and the kids are hungry, you need to fill up on gas or get whatever else you need, the Frank Allen Grill. Right there. Since 1953. And it's right here on 66 as you're coming out of the downtown of Sevierville, which is right there. Downtown Sevierville is that way. This is where Pigeon Forge you would go to, right here. Now, if you want to know where Marie and I go for breakfast, it's this place, right here. The Diner. The Diner, which is completely away from Pigeon Forge and all of the crazy traffic. Now, of course, there's traffic that does go in here, especially during rod run and stuff, but it's never nearly as packed as it is in that way. The Diner. As you can see, it's got that 50s vibe. Check that out. It's deep, it's long, it's got all the amenities inside of the 50s, it's got the music playing, really good people there, great service, great food, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This is where Marie and I go for breakfast. And it happens to be, if you want to look around the plaza that we're in, there's US Cellular, there's Aldi, there's Pizza Hut right there across the street. This is 66, where you see the traffic right now. That is heading towards Pigeon Forge. That is going out of Sevierville. Now, right now, we're not quite in Sevierville, the proper town. This is Sevierville. You got to remember, Pigeon Forge is part of Sevier County. It just happens to be Sevierville and Pigeon Forge are connected. They're just little towns that are connected to each other. So you don't have to drive far. There's Mount LeConte. That's the Great Smoky Mountains. This is 66. Now, with that truck in the way, it's real hard to see. But you see the green signs up there, the green traffic signs? You make a left right at those signs, 411. That'll take you the back way into Pigeon Forge. Just make a left there. That's 411. It'll take you to Dolly Parton Parkway. You take Dolly Parton Parkway all the way past, of course, Dollywood, and then you go right into Pigeon Forge. Well, I hope you joined our little journey today, showing you where you can go to eat and not get trapped in the traffic. Because it's going to get, if you're coming in for rod run, I suggest you follow the routes I just told you and the restaurants, and you'll be very happy, comfortable, happy, and full. Because you go in town, I'm telling you, those restaurants are, during rod run, an hour or more wait, could be 2 hours or even more. So, you want to eat or do you want to stand on line? Come to Sevierville, get your food, take the back way in, and do the rod run. You'll be fine. And when you're done, head back out of Pigeon Forge, come to Sevierville, do all the dinner things you want. And of course, the shows are right down the street here in Sevierville. So hopefully we've lightened your load. I find it that I'm compelled to make sure you have a good experience when you come in to the Smoky Mountains, and I will always strive to do that. I will, and one thing I won't do is, if I don't like a restaurant, you'll know when I don't like it. I won't just stuff food in my mouth because it's a lot of food and tell you it's good. If it's not good, I'm not going to say much about it, or I'm not even going to put it on this channel. So if you don't see it on this channel, chances are it's not good. Thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway, and of course, we'll do it again very, very soon.